In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a command line R script using Argparse. So I'm using Linux, and the first thing you want to do is to actually install Argparse. So open R, and you want to basically install Argparse using install.packages, and then Argparse. And then just follow the steps. So select a CRAN mirror for wherever you're located. That took around 20 seconds to install for me. Okay, great. So now we've installed Argparse. What we want to do is go back into Linux, so exit your R environment, and you want to just create an R file. So I've got one here called argparse.r. At the minute it's just empty. You can call it whatever you like. And now we'll go and fill out this file. So the first thing you're going to need is a shebang line at the top, and this basically tells Linux what programming language this file is in. So shebang line, basically it's a hashtag exclamation point and then user bin env and then R script. So we use R script to tell Linux that it's an R file. So that should be the same for any R script. So then we can just import Argparse using a library. And the first thing we want to do is create a parser object. So that's basically an object in R that's going to hold all the command line arguments that we supply. So I'm just going to call it parser. You can call it whatever you like, but this is just easier. And you want to do argument parser, capital A, capital P, and then you basically supply a description. So this is basically going to tell you what the script does. So in this example, I'm just gonna do a simple example here. So I'm just gonna create a file that's gonna print out a sentence given a string and an integer. So and executable ripped to practice using command line R scripts. So now we've created the parser object, we just want to add arguments that are going to be supplied to this file. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to have two arguments, so a string and an integer. So to add an argument, you do parser, that's our parser object. You can do add argument, and then this is where you supply the argument. So there's a few different things we want to fill in here. So I'm just going to fill this out, and then I'll explain what's actually going on. Okay, so I want my file to take a name argument. So it's basically going to be a string or a character string where you give it a name and it can process it. So the first two parameters here, -n and --name, they're basically what you're gonna type on the command line before you give the name, to let the command line know which argument is actually the name. The third parameter, type, tells us the data type of the argument. So in this case, it's a character. The dest argument, we'll get onto this in a second, but it's basically what is this argument stored as in the parser object. And then help, just telling us what is this argument. So when we're on the command line, we can print out help, and it will tell us or remind us what we need to put for this argument. And then finally, required equals true. So this basically means if we do not supply a name argument, then this script will throw an error. And then once we've added the arguments we want to be able to use them in our script. So if we provide this name argument on the command line, we want to be able to use this name in the R script. So to do that, we basically need to parse our parser object. So let me just show you. So you can say, we're going to say args equals parser dollar parse args. And because we put dest equals name, our name argument is going to be stored as args dollar name. And we can actually extract that into a variable quite simply just by doing name is equal to args dollar name. And then I'll just do print name just to show it's working. So what I'm going to do here is actually so here I'm in the folder where that R script is located. Okay, and actually before we do that, I just noticed I made a little error in the R script here. So when I put parser $parse args, I just spelled parse wrong, so it's actually parse. Save that, and then so yeah, now I'm just gonna show you how it works. So we're currently in the folder that contains this R script. And to run a command line R script, you basically do R script, the name of the file. Okay, and we get an error here. And the error is saying the following arguments are required. So n or dash name. So basically we haven't provided the name argument. And because we put required equals true here, it's throwing us this error. So what we're going to do is we're going to run it again, but now we're going to supply a name argument. So here in the R script we have -n and dash name. And it basically means you can use either to supply the name argument. So we could do either, let's say n elon. And it's going to print the name, just because at the bottom here we've got print name. But I just want to show you that you can actually do dash name as well, and it will do exactly the same thing. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to add another argument here. So this is our first argument, and it's basically exactly the same, but we can obviously change the type of argument, and you have to have a different tag, so you can't use the same ones because they'll contradict. So again, we do parser $add argument. This time I'm going to say I'm going to want an age. So let's do -a or --age. This time the type is going to be integer. So these are just your standard R data types. Dest is going to be age, and we'll add a help. We're just going to say provide an age. We'll also say required equals true. So now we've got two arguments, and all we need to do to turn it into a variable is the same as this, but this time we'll call it age, and you can call it whatever you want. You don't have to call it age, you don't have to call this name, but obviously it makes it easier. So we'll do args $age. Print name, and we can also do print age. So let's just save that, clear this, and I'm going to run that again. But this time, let's add the age argument as well. Let's say 51. So it's printing the name, printing the age, perfect. And then we can actually, create a sentence out of this. So let's do hi, my name is whatever name you supply, and I am whatever age you supply years old. Let's see how that runs. And again, we can just play around with whether we do name or n, a or age, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to demonstrate that now. So yeah, so hi, my name is Elon and I'm 51 years old. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to print the help of this command line script. So we basically want to do the same again, like R script, the name of your R script, and then you want to do dash help or dash H or dash help. We'll just do dash H here, and yeah, we basically get the help options here. So we see two arguments required, dash n and dash a, name and age. Here we get a description. So this is basically the description we applied in the at the top here in the argument parser. That's going to be printed out here, and then this is the default argument, but then it's basically going to tell you the arguments you've put in this parser here. So we've provided two, name and age. It's going to give them here, and then here we've got the description which you supply in the help parameter. That's going to be printed out here. And that's pretty much how you use Argparse to create a command line script. You can do, there are a few more complex things you can do. I recommend checking out the GitHub page, this one. There's some nice vignettes you can go through to show you how to do some slightly more complex things. So just to summarize what we've done here in the R script, we need a shebang line. You need to load in Argparse package. You need to create a parser. You need to create some arguments for the parser. You need to then pass the arguments out of the parser, and then you can use those as variables in your script. So you can obviously have a lot of stuff going on down here that's more complex than just printing out a sentence, but you get the general gist of it. I should also note that arguments don't have to be required, so you can set this to false, and that basically means when you run this script without supplying the argument, no error will be thrown. But if you try to use this variable and you haven't supplied it, it will return null. So just to be aware of that. I've posted the code from this tutorial on my GitHub, which I'll link in the description of the video. So feel free to just go there and copy and paste the script exactly, and then just change the bits you need to change. But aside from that, that's the end of this video. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.